something interesting that I saw, and I've seen over the years that I don't know if people know about, but is how Rush is quite the multitasker when it comes to holding their concerts.
Mm.
Where you go to the concert, you think, okay, we're going
Oh.
to hear some great songs, we're going to hear some music, but there's more going on stage than just Geddy Lee and the guys playing Rush music.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, for example, they have sometimes their washer and dryer on stage, and they're doing the laundry out on the stage. They're cleaning up. They might be
Mm-hmm.
sweeping backstage or something. They're doing all kinds of things, but there's often like
I
a
know.
washer and dryer like
Yeah.
front and center,
Let me try
and
to
they're
give
washing their.
let me give the folks a little back, like, let me give them some visuals about that, okay?
All right,
And then we can talk about it after we watch it. So, Jay Mills
fascinating.
calling back. Hold on.
The band,
Jay, call back in a minute. God damn, they can rock.
oh yeah, bro.
Oh, look at that. Washing machine. There it is. See that? There's a washing machine.
You see it?
All right, I'm pausing that right now. We're transitioning back. Okay, everybody see that washing machine on stage? I think they did.
So
All right.
Getty and the guys, they're washing their clothes during the show, and you might say, well, what are they doing
Yeah.
that for? Well, when you're a rock band as big as Rush is, you don't have time to do the laundry. You don't have time to because you're packing from one city to the next,
Yep.
and sometimes you're like, I got another show in 12 hours. I gotta go from Toronto to Cleveland to L.A. to Chicago. Uh, they gotta wash their clothes just like every other person does, and because they don't have the time, they're gonna do it on stage because they're
Yeah.
innovators, and a lot of times what's kind of fun, I don't know if you've seen this at a Rush show, but I've seen it. Getty will invite people from the stands and say, "Let me wash some of your clothes," and
Mm-hmm.
they'll toss that in with it,
Yeah.
and they'll wash it, tumble it, and dry it, and then they'll throw it back
Yeah.
out at them
Alex.
when the
Yeah.
cycle's over with.
Alex will
It's
take a
kind
solo. Getty switches the whites. You
of
know,
right.
it's perfect. You know, and sometimes Getty will take a solo, and Pert will grab a bag from the audience and throw it in the washer and go right back
He'll
on those drums. And
get the fabric softener at
yeah,
that out, throw that in there, and then he'll get
yeah,
right back to the drumming.
everything's
And
there. Yeah, that's, people, they say that all. They go, "Why does Rush have washing machines?" I'm like, listen, these are working men, right? These are men that
they're
are
good
busy,
men.
right? They're
It's
like,
not just a song they made up.
uh,
They live the life.
these are you and I. Yeah, working men uh, they don't have some stage hand to do their laundry on their concert
They
stage.
don't have
They do
handmade.
they do it themselves.
Right. They're not. They don't have time to go to the dry cleaners. They don't have the time to do all that. They're doing 250 shows a year,
Yep,
and they're doing it day after day after day after day.
I know.
And sometimes you just got to do the laundry, and that's kind of what
Yeah,
they do. And the best place, all the power is kind of right there on stage too. So it's a good place to hook up a good
yeah,
uh, machine like a washer and dryer that needs that extra
yeah,
voltage to operate. So
yeah.
here's the best place to do it.
It's a high efficiency dryer, and washer.
Right.
You
Right.
and they're smart because there's only three people in the group, and I don't know if that was an accident, but you only have to do, like, a lot of bands will have a ton of people. Sig's calling. Oh, call back, Sig.
Cool.
There's a lot of people who have. I'll call you back in a sec, Phil. Finish that thought. Sig,
Hey, how's it
welcome
going
to
there?
Geddython
Oh,
2019.
thank you.
How are you?
Am I on?
You're on.
How's it going?
Good. You're a little dark, but that's okay. It's
Porch right
nighttime.
now.
It's nighttime, so it's okay.
Seems like you guys are kind of winding things down.
I wish we were, but yeah, we have about 1,400 retweets to go.
Yeah, it's starting to feel a little bit like a funeral.
No, hell no, Sig, don't go there, my friend. No, it's we're gonna get to 2112 tonight with ease.
Well, I got faith in you. I got my wife to retweet it.
Yeah.
So, nice.
That's one more. Phil, how's it going, bud?
It's going great. Sig, how are you?
Not too bad. What are we talking about?
Oh, I was just going to finish the thought that one of the smartest things Rush ever did was they only have 3 members in the band, which means at the end of a show, they only have to wash 3 sets of laundry. They don't have to wash, like, if you're in like a Brian Setzer orchestra situation, you got 20 people to wash the clothes of, right? Rush just has 3 sets of clothes to wash, and that makes business sense.
But you're suggesting that for the Brian Setzer orchestra, when they do their laundry, they all have to do them in separate loads?
No, they might have to do 3 loads in a night. Rush just has to do 1.
Why would they have to do 3?
What makes more sense? Because they're going to have 27 people who have to get their laundry, cleaned, versus Rush just has 3. You're saving money.
But that's not 9 per washer then?
Oh yeah, 9 is 9 outfits, maybe 10 outfits, at the most. Not too. You don't want to overload it because you want it to be able to flow freely. If you overload it, it will just sit there and sit in its own.
What kind of whites do you think the Brian Setzer orchestra is working with? Like puffy.
Yeah.
What's that?
Kind of puffy undershirts, with the frilly lace and.
Yeah.
Something puffy here.
Do they make like kitschy like kind of 50s underwear?
Oh yeah, probably with like
I don't know,
a knife, like what do they call, pocket knife? One of those things that the greasers use.
Switchblade.
Switchblade. Yeah.
Switchblade.
Like switchblade on it or something.
What I was gonna say though, back to the 3 members, like a band like Kool and the Gang, who's gonna have, they might have like 12 people. Big horn section, and they can't do the laundry like Rush could do. Makes things a little more difficult. So it is the perfect number.
They don't even have space on the stage for a washing machine. Like Rush has 3 people. You could put a washer, dryer. You could put a hanging rack. You could put an ironing board on, because there's only 3 people. You got 14, 15 people.
The numbers don't crunch though. You were saying that for 27 people you'd need 9 washing machines. So it just stands to reason that for
3 washing machines.
Well, 3 washing machines. Yeah. I'm sorry. Either way, it doesn't matter. It still doesn't work.
They're wearing heavy pants, suits, real like leather shoes. These things take a lot of effort in a washing machine.
Well, let's do a little thought experiment. Okay. So what if a band has 4 members? How many washing machines do they need?
Well, that's 1. It wouldn't even be full.
So how is that any better than having 3 members?
Well, no, that's true.
Less wear and tear.
How is 3 members any better than having 4 members?
Less wear and tear.
What's the cutoff?
Yeah, I would say up to 7, and then anything above that is excessive. Yeah, you're going, now you need a second washing machine on stage, and you don't even have room for it.
You don't have that extra load going on. You're reducing your wear and tear on the unit with 3 versus 4. There's going to be extra.
No, but in my example, though, there wouldn't be an extra load. You're still putting all of the clothes of the 4 members of the band in the same washing machine.
Yeah, you could do a smaller load, though, and use a little less detergent, so you're saving money
you're gonna have to buy a bigger unit.
Like a commercial unit?
Yeah, you got to have the extra cubic feet, and so you're spending a little bit out of pocket up front.
Yeah. Those are sunk costs.
Like Rush could find a washing machine that is perfect size, like a small, efficient, kind of a European-style washing machine, just for a small load, for exactly what they use every night. And if you went above that to a 4-member band, you wouldn't be able to use that efficient small machine. You'd have to go to.
I think the reason that they're efficient and small is because they're efficient so that they can hold the same amount of clothes that a non-efficient washer would, just in a smaller space. So you're still dealing with the same amount of clothes.